Hey loves, it's your girl DeeDee and welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video for you guys. Now this comes from a woman who explains the differences between dating white men versus black men. Now I've seen several of her clips and I've actually reacted to some of her clips where she made, there's some videos that I've seen of hers that I actually agree with. And there's some that I disagree with, but to each his own. Everybody has their opinion and I respect people's opinions. But I want to get your thoughts on this particular video. And I'm definitely going to give my 2 cents on it as well. But before we get into the video, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. That is super, super important, you guys. Thank you so much for your continued support. So let's get into what she has to say. Here we go.
You ask, what's the difference between dating some black men and the white man? Well, the white man is going to call you and invite you out. The black man is going to text you, good morning, beautiful. Hello, gorgeous. What you doing? The white man is going to take you to a very nice dinner and pay for it. The black man is going to ask you, what you cooking? Can I come over? The white man is going to take you to get your tire fixed and pay for it. The black man is going to tell you, you need to get your tire fixed. The white man is going to buy you a very special gift for your birthday. The black man is going to disappear and call you after your birthday.
No. Livy, I just had to chuckle on that. I had to chuckle on that for a second because that was funny. But I will say this. I noticed she said this is what some black men will do versus the white men. As if there aren't some white men who would do the opposite. It's a disingenuous argument when you say, oh, this is what some black men will do. She did specify some, but she didn't specify some when it came to the white man. I just hate that we're at this point to where it's so specific when it comes to black men, as if this is the way all black men are. And even though I'll give her credit, she did say some, but there are a lot of people who push that narrative that it's all black men when we know that it's not. It doesn't matter the race of man. It depends on the person, the character of the person, who you are. If you're a nasty person, if you're mean, if you're a disgusting person, or if you're good, it doesn't matter about the race. Everybody is not the same. And I think because of certain people's experiences, they just seem to believe or want to believe or push the narrative for others to believe that that is the case for every black man, that all black men are just gonna do you dirty because that's been your experience, when there are other women who've had great experiences with black men, who are married to black men, have great lives with them, and they're nothing like the men that these women are talking about. But let's continue.
The white man is going to be very impressed by your education and your personal accomplishments. The black man is going to be intimidated by your education and your personal accomplishments. The white man is going to raise his kid, take care of his kid, spend quality time with his kid. The black man is going to get you pregnant and abandon you and the kid.
And see, that's another a lie that's being perpetuated out here, when it's been proven that most black men are more connected and involved in their children's lives. And I think this is unfortunate. And I think a lot of this rhetoric is coming from a small demographic of men that the community, or communita, like they like to say, and society is pushing and have been pushing this narrative that a small percentage of men who are that way, that somehow represents the majority of all black men, when there are a lot of men who are good fathers, great fathers, take care of their responsibilities, raise their children, and living their lives and marry the mothers of their children. You got to understand, look, a lot of the laws that have been put in place were not based on black men or black people in general. We didn't even count. They didn't even care about us. A lot of the laws that are put, child abuse laws, child support laws, and all of these laws that were put in place were not based on statistics or facts coming from black men. All of this stemmed from white men, if you want to be real honest about it. Why do you think child support and alimony and spousal support was put into place? Not because they cared about whether black people were together or leave. It was because of white men who were leaving their women high and dry. Because remember, If the woman was working or wasn't working and she was at the house while he was working, he was the sole breadwinner. If he wanted to leave her, they were able to leave and leave her with nothing. That's where it stemmed from. White men who left their wives without any money, without a way of figuring it out or doing anything. So they had to put something in place so that the woman wouldn't be just left without anything, so she could survive and take care of the kids, because those men would leave, didn't pay any child support, didn't do anything to support the children or the woman. So she had to fend for herself. She lost everything, and he could move on and move how he wanted to move. That started with them. That didn't start with black people. I mean, if you really think about it, black people were together and they both worked because they had to. So I don't know how we get to this place where now, the other race of men, they just do all the support. No, they would leave the women high and dry. A lot of the laws that are put into place to protect women from domestic violence and all of you think they cared about us back then, that it was about us? No, it was not. It was based on what was happening to those Caucasian women and what their Caucasian husbands were doing to them. So they needed laws in place to protect those women. So let's be real and honest and clear about where this all started. And if it started there, you think that now all of a sudden it's just not happening? Baby, let's continue.
The white man wants a relationship that leads to marriage and family. The black man wants a situationship that leads to nothing. The white man is going to date you, propose to you, and then marry you. The black man is going to shack up with you and play house with you.
Well, and think about if that is the case, well, the woman must want that too. The black woman must want that too. Because if you don't require a man to marry you, or you're not looking for marriage-minded men, those particular women have a part in that too. You're not just a walking zombie. You have to require certain things in any relationship you get into. So if you're walking around and you don't require marriage, you don't want marriage, you're okay with shacking up and you allow that to happen, then if he wants that, the woman wants it too. See, that's the difference. We talk about what the men won't do, but we don't talk about what the women require. And a lot of black women have not been raised to be wives or understood what was required to be a wife in the first place. So if you don't know that, you're not privy to that information, well, then you can't fully blame the men on that if the black men and the black women were never taught to be husbands or wives. So why is the focus always on the man when a lot of these women do not have the qualities to be wives? Am I wrong? Let's continue.
The white man is going to be clear in his communication when it comes to you. The black man is going to mislead you, play head games with you, and then confuse you. And then you ask, what's the difference between dating some black men and the white man? Everything. Stop being loyal to a community of men who are not loyal to you. Explore your options, think outside of the box, and you'll be amazed at the experiences on the other side. Be smart, day smart, choose wisely, Nat Nation. And remember, I told you.
Listen, I don't think she really believed that herself. I don't think she believed what she's saying. I think it's coming from a different place. That's just my opinion. I don't think she really believes what she's saying. A lot of times people can be bitter or angry about something, or it could just be for social media. I think a lot of women are smarter than this and understand that this is not the case. And once again, I do recognize that she did say some black men, but she didn't say some white men. You gotta be smarter than this to understand that this goes both ways. Come on now. There's too many examples. There's too many examples of this not working on the other side. And while I'm open to people exploring their options, you still have to vet these individuals. You still have to vet the people that you're dating to see who they are, what's their character, what type of person they are, if y'all have the same interests, if you have the same goals. It's the same process no matter what the skin color of the person is. We have some of the most educated women out here, so they claim, but they really speak as if they have no knowledge or education whatsoever. We really got to be a little bit smarter and a little bit wiser. And it's not rocket science. And I think either it's an ignorance thing or it's an ignorance thing on purpose, where they're just trying to do this just because it's popular. But we got to stop doing this. This is not going to really benefit a lot of women because, like I said before, a lot of black women thinking, oh, let me go run with this man. He's trustworthy. He's this. He's so great. He won't do this. And then you make yourself vulnerable to those people and not really understanding what they're capable of and find yourself in a tricky situation. And then it's too late. So you got to stop listening to this type of narrative. You got to just use common sense. And if you're dating you got to vet, pay attention to these people, watch them, see what they're all about. Keep your guards up until you know you can let them down. Take time to get to know a person, no matter if they're black, white, blue, green, and move from there. You just can't be trusting of somebody else just because they're a different race and because somebody tells you that, oh, they're so much better. Oh yes, honey, divest, go over. You're gonna be so happy and so great. And that's just simply not the truth. So listen, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, baby. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this one. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.